In this video, I'm going to show you how to answer the questions at the end of the Economics and the Real World article on demand and elasticity. We've got data here for the quantity of lemons and the relative price of lemons for the United States for the period 2000 to 2010. In the first stage, we're going to calculate percentage changes year on year for these series. So let's first of all take the quantity of lemons. We want to calculate the percentage change between 2001 and the year 2000. So I go to this cell here and I enter the formula 100 multiplied by the ratio of the value in 2001 to the value in 2000 minus 1. That will give me the percentage change between those 2 years. So I hit return and it calculates that percentage change at 19.9%. Now I'm just going to copy that cell down for the rest of the series here, okay, and that will give me the percentage changes for each of the years from 2001 to 2010. Now the relative price for lemon series is stored in the next column, so I can very easily just copy this whole column across here by clicking on the corner there and dragging this across. And that straight away will calculate the percentage changes for the relative price of lemons between those 2 dates. To answer the next question, I want to plot the percentage changes in these 2 series against time. So to do this, I highlight the 2 series that I've calculated, then I go to Insert, Line, and take the 2D line option here. This will produce a simple line graph against time for these 2 series. And if we look at this, we see there does seem to be something of a negative relationship between them. For example, towards the end of the period here, there's a significant increase in quantity shown by the blue line, which occurs at the same time as a significant fall in the price series as shown by the red line. And if we look at other observations, we again see a tendency for the positive change in price to be associated with a negative change in quantity and vice versa. Finally, I want to construct a scatter diagram of the relationship between the 2 series, again to investigate if there is a negative relationship between them. The first thing I'm going to do is just delete this line graph so I don't get too many graphs appearing at the same time. I've already highlighted the 2 series here, so what I do is go to Insert and then this time choose the option Scatter here, and I'm going to choose this first option here where I just plot a scatter of points. So click on that and this produces a scatter diagram of the 2 series, one against the other. And we see here that there is a clear negative relationship between the 2 series, which we can see even more clearly in the scatter diagram. Although it's not asked for in the exercise, it's actually very easy to calculate the elasticity from this data. To do that, we use the method of regression analysis. So using Excel, I click on Data, and then I want to use the Data Analysis option, which I've installed here. So I click on Data Analysis, and I'm going to choose the option of Regression here. So I click on OK, and then I need to input the Y range and the X range for the data. So the Y range is going to be the change in price, and you can see that I've already entered that here as my Y range. The X range is the data for output or quantity, which again you see I've already entered in this row here. Then finally I need to set an output range. This will be where it will place the answer. And this will be in cell H1, the corner here, so I'm going to click on OK, and it produces a regression analysis here. Now the slope coefficient here is minus 0.327. That's not the elasticity, because remember we have price on the left hand side of the equation and output on the right hand side of the equation here. So what we need to do is we need to take the inverse of this statistic. So our elasticity here will be minus 1 multiplied by 1 divided by this slope coefficient here. That will give me a value of 3.05, which is my estimate of the price elasticity of demand for lemons from this data set. So again, we can see that this is a fairly high value for the elasticity of demand. Demand for this product is actually fairly elastic.